Hi everyone, it's Bethany. I am gonna give you a sneak peek into my supplies that I use in my planner. I'm going to try to keep this short. I keep recording videos and I guess I'm making them too long. I can't get them off my phone. So I've been having some technical difficulties. So I'm going to try not to speak too quickly, but move along so that this doesn't become a half-hour video. Plus, that'll be better for you because it will take up less of your time. So I made reference over on the Lime Tree Fruits Facebook group about my basket of shame. And I wasn't, when I first started coming up with this video idea, I wasn't going to show you you can see the basket of shame. But I figured, hey, if you can't be honest, why are you on YouTube? I don't know, that makes no sense, but you know what I mean. So I figured I would show you. This is what I call the basket of shame. Now, you can see I've attempted some organization, but mostly it's just a mass of food storage bags. Now, these are not things that I use on a constant basis. Most of the stuff in here is either extras or just things that I picked up hoping they would work if they don't work so well, or just stuff that I'm not really super using. What I have done, because I found when I would have everything together like this, when it came time to actually use stuff, there was too much, right? Where do you start? What do you use this week? Too much. So what I've done is I had an extra pouch like this. It's actually a diaper pouch, and it's by Jujubee. And I had two of them, and one I actually use for diapers, and then I had a spare, and I love it. It's brown. I'm not sure if you can kind of tell the color from here. It's brown on the outside, and I think it's called earth leather. I think it's what they call them. Anyway, it's their like leather substitute. This great green on the inside, which makes it easy to see what's in there, and it's portable. I mean, this is portable too. If I'm going somewhere that I want to make sure I have everything with me, then I will chuck everything in the basket and go. But most of the time I can just take this and a few pens, and I can, go around the house or whatever, and still have whatever I need. So, let's take a quick look in here. Oops, pardon me. Okay. There's a pile at the back of, stickers, and let me flip it around here. I've actually just switched up what is in here because I've just switched inserts. I've gone from the Lime Tree Fruits to DIY Fish, and so very different in terms of the amount of space that I have. So I pulled out some of my tiny stickers that I didn't use a ton of, brought in some of these larger ones. You can see kind of the size is bigger. So I have room now, so I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I've pulled these out. I haven't done any decorating since I filled up the pouch with the new ones. But they're from different places. I keep my eyes open kind of everywhere I am. There's a lot of snap. I like the snap. Where did they go? The snap sets like these. And then these words back here are from Snap, which is in the, scrapbooking, card making section, that kind of stuff. These, okay, I'm going to talk about these just quickly. These stickers came from a make your own calendar set. It's by Die Cut with a View, which is a big scrapbooking, if you're not familiar, big scrapbooking company. And it's designed for you to make your own calendar. Everything kind of comes in this one package, and it has blank pages and then scrapbook paper and things like that. But it also had these stickers. So you have tons of numbers. There's enough for every month, obviously. And then down the bottom, any like holidays or special days. But then they also had these for each month as well. And so each month has sort of the same types of stickers. They just have a different theme for every month. You can kind of see that. Yeah, so that, now I bought mine. Mine was on clearance at the bookstore I used to work with a long time ago, so I'm not sure if it's something that's even still available, but if you saw any type of, calendar making kit, I would check it out to see what they have in there for stickers. Some of the months that don't have a lot of special events have more of these cute little stickers. So anyway, I want to move on because, like I said, this can't become a super long video, or I'm going to have to split it, and I don't really want to do that. So these are the washies that I'm in love with right now. They are from My Mind's Eye. I guess there's a bit of a glare. You probably can't see. I got them from scrapsteals.com, I believe. Or maybe Peachy Cheap. Peachy, oh my goodness, what's it called? peachycheap.com. I'll put those links in the information section. I think I've seen them on both sites, and I can't remember which one I ended up buying it from. So, but not super helpful because those are like daily deal sites, but they're great to kind of keep your eye on. You never know what you're going to find in there. These are what I've been using right now. Like right now for July, I went with these colors. I ended up by accident decorating September before I did August, and I was using the red and green for September. So then when I went to do August, I ended up just using the red and white. So that looks really, really sharp. Okay, so that's that. Move those aside. What else have I got in here that I want to show you? Oh, I'll just show you this one quickly. This is from Walmart. Just some little speech bubbles, all different colors, super cute. But what I really like, and I think they were in the dollar, section of their stickers, but they come already punched. And the holes match up perfectly with this one's a Franklin Covey compact, but like your personal size or your compact or your portable, depending on what brand you have. The holes work perfectly. So, for example, I actually keep, that's an extra set I have, I actually keep a set, I think I might have 2 of them, yeah, right in my binder. And I didn't have to punch them, it came that way. Brilliant. Okay, the last thing I'll show you out of here. This little bag came with a Smash book. And it was, a set that was on clearance at Walmart one day. And what I really like, what I'm going to show you specifically in here, is these little Smash books. There's more in the Basket of Shame, more of these little books, so this one's easier to kind of show you. I love these little books. Some of them come, the Smash ones I find are more papery. The Snap ones that you get are more like a cardstock, so depending on the use, you might find one better than the other. What I've been using these for is my monthly to-do list. You'd think with the DIY fish, the amount of space and the amount of checklists and nooks and crannies in there, you'd think I would have found a place. Couldn't find a good spot for my monthly to-do list that I liked. So I just plopped it right on the front of the monthly page. And that came out of this book. This is the top 10 one, so it's all about lists. And yeah, so, okay, let's move on. And I'm going to show you, okay, these are kind of all over the planner world, but these are the List It and Plan It stamp sets from Studio L2E. I have used these in the past. I'm not currently using them, but I've also just moved into my new inserts, so I may find, I've seen some great things that people have done in the DIY fish with these, so I may start to do a little bit of that once I get sort of moved in and comfortable. But yeah, I really like them. I like having the checklist boxes are probably what I've used the most. I find the reason I didn't use these a ton is because I did find they are a lot of work. Depending, I guess, on what you need them for, but also the inserts I was using every day was a different color, so I would be changing my inks, and that's a lot of cleaning and, takes a lot of time that way. So, but I do use those. And the ink that I use is just Kid ink. It was, how, like kid craft supplies. This is where I got this. They come in 2 sets now. I went looking one time a while ago to see if you can get this or order it anywhere. The company name is DJECO, and they have a website, djeco.com, but the last time I checked, it wasn't working. So, and this is, I've had this for quite a while, and it wouldn't surprise me if these, can't get them anymore. But my point is, check out kid sections for craft supplies. You just never know. They're usually less expensive, and I think that they're probably a lower quality ink than what you'd get in some of the, specialty card making spots and things like that. But that actually works well with planners because then it's not going to bleed through, and it's going to be a bit, just a bit of a lighter image probably. So, which is actually can be a good thing in your planner. Okay, now, making good time compared to the first version of this. So let's see how well I can get through this box. This is the pen collection for my planners. You can see it's pretty stuffed right now. There's actually a few pens sitting on my desk that don't fit in here right now, but they're sort of extras. So those are not even my favorite scissors. So let's put them out of the way. Okay, my favorite pens, if you've seen any of my other videos, are the friction pens. And I have several different kinds. I'm just trying to see if I find a different one. Okay, so I have, whoops, I'm gonna throw things on the floor here. These are the Slim, the 0.38. They are a click pen, and now I can't really get good views of the points for you, but it is a ballpoint, I think. Yeah, ballpoint and very fine, obviously. I really like these. What I don't like is they don't have a clip on them. So if I'm not using a zipper binder, I can't really carry them around with me. So that kind of stinks. But other than that, I love the point. I find that it is super fine, but I like it better. This is the 0.4. And it's a needle point, and I just don't love, I mean, I don't mind the needle point. I just don't quite love them as much as the other ones. So, but these have clips, so they're much more useful to carry around with me. I also find that these ones, now this is a point, that's also 0.4, but I do have these ones in 0.5 as well. And I don't know, probably I guess if I was doing actual like testing pages, I might be able to see a big difference or see a difference between the 0.4 and the 0.5 in the ballpoint. But just in general, I don't notice a ton of difference. Okay. Some of these I ordered off of eBay. And as well as the 0.4s I ordered off of eBay. These ones actually came from Walmart. They are really getting more selection in friction pens at Walmart. So the 0.5, this came in a package of 4 colors like this, like pink, purple, light blue, and the light green. I've also ordered these friction pens these are the 0.5 retractable ballpoint. I really like these as well. These I got off Amazon. eBay is also a great source. It's a good thing to kind of price check the two. Amazon, for some things, the shipping for me is a big deal. Getting things shipped to Canada can be really crazy expensive. And a lot of places on eBay I was able to get free shipping, and the prices are still the same or even better. So I would definitely shop around if you're in the market for some pens. Now let me tell you my really cool discovery about friction pens. Because, see, these ones should be 0.5 needlepoint pens. However, they're not. I have switched out the refills. You can actually, except with the exception of the Slims, because the refills are different, but for the needlepoint and the clicker ones like this, you can switch out the inserts. They're the same and they work. They look slightly different, but they work. So if you have a preference. Now the reason I did it was because these pens are thinner, and I was able to fit them. The binder I was using previously, oh, look at that terrible stain I've been showing off here. The ones I've been using previously, or the binder I was using previously, it was very little, and so I could fit 2 of these in. I could barely fit, I certainly couldn't fit 2 of those, 2 of these bigger ones, especially because they have the rubber at the bottom and stuff. So anyway, that's just my little tip. You can switch them out. So what else do I have in here that I want to show you? Okay, so almost everything I use is non-permanent friction ink. I do love the high-tech C pens from Pilot. I got these on eBay. Again, the best price I could find. Super pretty. They have a very fine point, and yeah, I just really like them. I use them anytime I need to have permanent ink, you know, so I'm writing a check or mailing a letter or filling out a registration form or something like that. Okay, we'll finish off with friction. So I have 2 other friction things in here. If I can find them. Let's see, there's one, and here's another. Okay, friction highlighters, don't use them very often. Not a huge fan because I'm always using friction pens, and I don't know if it's just the combination that this makes the ink bleed. And I don't know if I've never tried really using this on permanent ink. Maybe it won't make it bleed. I've also never tried to use a different highlighter on the non-permanent ink. I don't know. but I guess I have them. I don't use them a whole lot. I also have the friction markers. And these I also don't use a whole lot. One, I just don't have a big need for markers. And two, I find that they're just a bit fine. And there's the telephone. So that's really good. I'm going to stop here for a second and I will be right back. Okay, sorry for the interruption. I was talking about friction markers, and I mistakenly at the end of the other one said that they're a bit fine, and that's what I don't like about them. It's actually that they're a bit sort of faint is what I meant to say. I find it's not a very vibrant color, which I guess makes sense, right? It'd be harder to erase, I guess, the brighter that it is. But they work fine in terms of like marking and erasing. But I guess I just don't really find that I have a use for them. But anyway, that's that. Okay, so that's the markers and pens out of the way. Oh, one other type of marker that I use are these ones. Let's see if I can pick them up so you can kind of see here. These are wet erase markers. And I found them, they were a little hard to find. Like I couldn't find them at like Staples or Walmart or places like that. I actually found them at my dollar store, which seems so random. But anyway, so they're wet erase. I use these for writing over tape. And I find that they work fairly well. I haven't found a tape that they won't write on yet. Sometimes I find you can write with just regular pens, but sometimes that doesn't work. These always seem to work. I have had a few smudging issues, but I think generally that was just from not really letting them dry well enough. If it was like a super slick surface, I probably should have just let it dry a bit more before kind of hitting it with my hand or something. So yes, and they came in a 3-pack, the red and the black and the blue and the red. Oops, everything's falling over here, and the red one. Okay, so let's talk about this. Ta-da! I print my own inserts, and this is what I use. Day on 2 pages. Takes 11 pages per week, and this is what I do. Okay, but really, it's not, I don't find it that bad. Now, maybe if I had a 6-hole punch, I would, and had to go back to using this, I might cry. Or as soon as I ever get a 6-hole punch, I may think, how did I ever survive without this? But right now, for me to get a 6-hole punch would be like over $40. And that just doesn't seem worth it to me right now. So, and I find this really isn't that bad. I can do, depending on the weight of the paper, anywhere from 9 or 10 up to 12 or 13 pages at a time. So if I've got a whole week's worth of inserts, I can, put the whole week together and just do 6, spots. So like I said, I find it goes pretty quick. You need a little bit of hand strength to get through a pile of paper. But anyway, all in all, and this is just from the dollar store. Now, I do find some of them, like I bought one at Walmart, the little dollar section at Walmart. I did not like it. I actually tested it out and threw it right in the garbage. So they're not all created the same. So if you have one that you paid $1 for and you don't like it, I would recommend just trying a different one. You might find that it's better. The other thing I find, sometimes if you're having a hard time getting through the paper, what I've actually realized, it's because your little paper catcher is full, and so it's trying to push more in, but there's no place for it to go. That's a little tip that took me a while to clue in why. I was thinking that they were getting dull, that I had done too many pages or something, but I think that's actually what it was. Okay, the one last thing, because the rest of this is all the other colors of what I've talked about, but this I'm going to talk about for a second. This is my glue that I use. It's by Zig Memory Systems. I buy it at Walmart. I think you can probably get it at Michael's, places like that. I don't know if you can make out with all the glare and the stinky focusing here, but it says 2-way glue. And essentially, when you put it on, it goes on blue. And if you attach it to the page right away while it's still blue, then it becomes permanent. If, however, you let it dry a bit, technically, I think it says once it turns white, it says to make a permanent bond, do it while it's blue. It then will turn white quite quickly, but I find you actually still need to let it get really quite dry, or else it's still gonna kind of stick. I do find, like, if I had something that I don't use this a ton for repositionable, because I find you really need to let it dry out before you put it on. I've put on things and then had them rip the page because I've put it on too quickly. So if I needed something to really be easily moved around, I want to make sure I didn't damage the surface behind it at all, I might choose something other than this, because it does tend to lean towards more permanent bonds. But anyway, and it comes in different tips. The one I have is sort of a wider tip and a bit of a brush. It also comes in like an actual, it looks like just like a ballpoint pen. If you wanted really fine lines, then there's other options. Well, it also comes in an even wider one. Now, I use this in my planner. I use it even like to put these tabs. I put tabs on. I just made them out of a circle punch, which I was meant to bring over and I forgot. It's just a tiny little circle punch. Makes these little tiny circles. I glued these on and they seem to, it's pretty solid. Hold. So anyway, I think that is kind of, I guess, a look at what I use. I also use Post-its. I guess we didn't really talk about those. One of these things here is full of Post-its, stickers, I guess. And in terms of where I get stuff, I just always have my eye open. Like anytime I'm sort of at a store, I'm always sort of looking for things that I think would work, and trying them out. And I think that's everything. So if you have any questions, or if there's something you saw but I didn't really explain, or I didn't talk about it enough, and you want to know more about it, ask me down below. I'd love to hear what some of your favorite supplies are that you use on a regular basis. For me, it really is the pens and the tape are sort of the things that, I'm not a huge, sorry, one other thing. When I was doing this little bag, on the DIY Fish Facebook group, there is a file that some awesome person has provided with these. You can print them out, and now they recommend printing them out onto sticky paper, like sticker paper, but I just print them on the regular paper and use my glue stick because I didn't want the extra thickness that a sticker paper, plus I didn't have any on hand. I didn't want to wait either. So these fit, they're kind of designed to fit on the DIY pages. So let me see if I can find you a day just to kind of show you. Yeah, so they fit. Now these were other ones that I had made, but they fit up here in this section. And then, and this is just paper. It was actually scrap of paper that I found that just was very lined and sectioned and kind of fit, so I could still use it. Like I usually put quotes or things like that up here, and more lists and stuff like that over here. But you can see I'm not a big on stickers per se. I usually tend to use the colored tape as kind of my way of brightening things up. Okay, that's it. So hopefully, since this had to get split in two, we should have no problem. I'll kind of zoom out, you can kind of see everything here. Have no problem getting these to upload. And thanks for watching. Bye.